need to get knocked down before you can really figure out what your fight is and how you need to fight it. Sometimes you need to feel the pain and sting of defeat to activate the real passion and purpose that God predestined inside of you. God says in Jeremiah, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Hear me well on this day. This day when you have reached the hilltop and you are deciding on next jobs, next steps, careers, further education. You would rather find purpose than a job or a career. Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. When God has something for you, it doesn't matter who stands against it. If it's meant for you, God will move someone that's holding you back away from a door and put someone there who will open it for you. I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Press on with pride and press on with purpose and appreciate what God has brought you through.
Basketball is back, and BetOnline remains your number one source for all your sports betting needs this season. You'll always find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at BetOnline. And as your continued source for all sports wager information, BetOnline features live betting, free contests, and giveaways all season long. Always the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite sports and events, whether that's NFL, NBA, NHL, MMA, tennis, boxing, or even golf. Head to betonline.ag to join and receive your 50% welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure to use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to receive your rewards. It's BetOnline, where the game starts. Tell them the Noisemaker sent you.
Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Can I make you move now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in the back of a can. You can make it round the world and the holes in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. It's a popcorn world. It's a popcorn world. Welcome to Talkin NOIZ, the daily podcast that brings you up to speed and keeps you informed about real issues affecting real people. With your host, Mr. Talkin NOIZ himself, Lloyd Spence. His beautiful wife, Mrs. NOIZ, Kenyatta Spence. The ever-informed Brother NOIZ, Alan Brown. And yours cordially, Uncle NOIZ, Shake Anderson. Come on in and join us as we reveal and opine today's most pressing issues. Real truth while having real fun. Talkin NOIZ is in your house right now. So sit back and enjoy Talkin NOIZ.
Y'all hear nothing I said. I'm over here on a full-on rant. Nobody even heard it. Mama NOIZ heard it. I always want to play it again so I could just vibe. White guitars, play something for me real quick if you don't mind, brother. Here we go. I'm very upset right now. I'm using this music tonight to calm down. It's Tennessee, this guy screwed in his last poll. They put him in over. But I digress. We got a lot to talk about tonight on Talkin NOIZ. We're going to do that too. But Tennessee just got screwed by the college football playoffs.
So what you gonna do about it?
I don't know. I'm doing it now. I'm using my platform to complain about it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Continue.
All right. I'm just saying. How you gonna be number behind a team that you already beat?
Wow.
All right, I'm done. That's it, White Guitars. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Why you got on what are you wearing? What the hell are you wearing? You going to a what? A 70s party. That explains it.
Boy, you stupid. I wasn't looking, and I thought you was talking to Mama NOIZ.
Hilarious. No, I was talking to White Guitar. He going to a 70s party. He got on like a big JJ fly collar and some bell bottoms and an afro. The afro is clearly cultural appropriation, but he ain't got no choice because he had a black wife.
Yes, he does have a choice.
No, he got to wear that afro. Listen,
He could be dressed like that 70s show.
he could, but not rolling up in there with a thick ass black wife like he got. He got to wear a throw. So White Guitars is trying to keep his marriage right. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at you. Do your thing, brother. What? How's everybody doing tonight, man? I'm a little mad. That pissed me off. That made me upset.
You said you was gonna boycott.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a boycott is in
You
order.
said you ain't watching no more.
Well, I'm a boycott if they try to find a way to put Alabama in. I am going to boycott if they do that. I'm not watching. You won't get me. Because listen, right is right. I'm just saying, Mama Noise. Right is right.
Right is right. Wrong is wrong.
So I don't know. Albie, how you feel about it?
I've not seen the rankings. I'm assuming you're going to divulge or share that with us.
I can. I would definitely do that, Albie, because that's what I do here. But if you look on your phone, I think I sent it to you. So, but yeah, the final playoff ranking before the actual prediction on Sunday is out, and they have Tennessee at number 7 and Alabama at number 6, which means that if TCU or Ohio State was somehow to fumble the ball, or Michigan was somehow to fumble the ball, although I think Michigan's probably in no matter what, and Georgia's probably in no matter what. But if TCU was to fumble the ball, or if Ohio State was to fumble the ball, they're gonna try to slip Alabama in, and it ain't right because Tennessee done beat Alabama and the team that's playing Georgia this weekend, LSU. But they don't want to put Tennessee in because their quarterback is hurt. Well, so what? So the freak what? So I'm a little upset about it. I'm gonna probably be ranting about it all weekend, all week. I'm just letting y'all know now.
So the freak what is what you said.
So the freak what? All right.
Well, I told you the other day they was going to try to backdoor us with Alabama.
I don't like it.
So some backhanded.
Well, they're putting the TV show over what's right. That's what they're doing. That's really what they're doing.
What's the point in playing if you can move the pegs around the way you want them to?
That's a great Mama Noise. You preach that thing. That's a great point.
Got me out in these streets putting all this labor in, and then you just go ahead and move it where you want to, regardless of the labor. It's like, what is happening?
Right.
I can tell you now we're gonna have a spirited conversation on Thursday because Kendrick Haskins is texting me right now.
Oh.
I don't think he has a problem with what just happened today, and I have a massive problem with it.
He has no problem with it? Oh,
I don't think he does. Well, he's looking at it because he's saying what's happening right now, which is what the committee's doing. They're saying, well, what's happening right now today? That shouldn't matter. If the only thing that happens is at the end of the season, then why the hell are we playing the rest of the season?
I'm just saying, sounds pretty suspect.
Here's what I know. I watched Tennessee and Alabama play, and Tennessee won. I mean, what are we talking about right now? Why are we having a conversation about what Alabama's doing when Tennessee's already beaten them? I don't understand that. Okay. To be continued. Unless Al got something to say, because I can go on now.
Nope.
I can go on now. I'm very upset. All right. Anyway, how you doing, Albie? How you doing, Mama Noise? Let's start with Mama Noise.
I'm well.
Yeah. Albie.
I was tired.
You tired?
My laptop ain't working either, so I was tired.
Why is your laptop not working?
I have no idea, pimp.
Do we need to send the
I think
production?
it might need a charging port. It won't power on, so I think it may not have enough juice.
So the devil is busy, is what you're saying.
I mean,
so yeah, that's why I couldn't look at my phone because I'm on my phone.
I got you now. I'm with you. I see the vision. But yes, so the rest of it is worked out the way it's supposed to. Georgia's where they're supposed to be number 1, Michigan number 2, USC number 3, TCU number 4.
Where did Louisville fall?
Yeah, that's funny. Well, you know what's funny about that though? NC State is 25. I'm like, but we beat NC State, but we did get our behinds whooped this weekend, so I get it.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Mr. Noise?
Kendrick is coming at me, and I gotta respond. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Wow.
Because we're gonna have a spirited conversation. Y'all need to tune in Thursday. It's gonna be hot.
Al, is it snowing yet?
No, it was raining. Possible hail. We can get a little bit of everything tonight.
Listen, they was talking about some crazy weather is supposed to be taking place up and down through the Ohio Valley and the Mississippi Valley. It's like, what is going on? Heavy thunderstorms and threats of tornadoes and all kind of stuff.
Yep. It surged up to 66, 67 degrees today.
Oh.
So,
yeah, that's what we had. We had a high 60.
No, I don't remember being at 60.
It was 60. It was 61, I think it was.
How could you tell with all the rain?
It's now 66.
It was too much rain.
And it's supposed to drop down to 37 tonight.
What the?
Ain't that something? 66, 37. That's crazy. But that's our reality. That's the ministry that God has given us this week.
No.
Man, y'all getting a taste of y'all's original home. I was gonna say, box is kind of having weather like River City.
It really is. Like it's giving off big Kentucky energy right now. I'm not sure what that's about.
See, the Lord ain't in that. The Lord ain't blessing that.
You mean the Lord? The Lord is responsible for it.
The Lord ain't blessing this weather. He is like somebody done done.
The weather's coming. If the Lord ain't doing it, who doing it?
You know, first thing folks says is somebody done something. Somebody done something that made the Lord upset. Because this
that also might be true. Somebody might need to apologize. That may be true.
I'm just saying.
On behalf of all of us, we are sorry, Lord. We are so
listen. Because all this rain is ridiculous. I mean, continually rain. It's like, all right.
Why you don't like the rain? What's wrong with the rain?
I just, you can't do nothing. Mud is everywhere. I don't like that.
What are you trying to do? Go break dance or something? What you trying to do? What you trying to do out there?
I can't go out for no walk in the rain.
You can actually.
No, I cannot.
I mean, you can. Technically, you can. You can walk in the rain.
I won't do it.
It might not be one of your better experiences, but you can do it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, though. I do understand.
Everything slipping and sliding and stuff. It's almost like the Lord said, y'all need to get somewhere and sit down.
Well, I'm doing it. I can't walk in the rain because, this caramel goodness will just melt away.
Now, see, when I say brown sugar melt, then I get the business.
You don't get no business. Anybody ever gave motor scooting business?
Yes, you do. Brown sugar.
I'm pretty upset about your laptop too. We have to talk about that, brother.
I don't get home till 6, so I haven't really had a lot of time to finagle with it. Yeah,
we got you. Shout out to Mr. Uncorked Wine. Mama Noise Orange Juice Jones.
Walking in the rain.
He low-key just called you what was alley cat coat wearing?
No. Orange Juice was the one calling the name.
No, I'm just saying that's what he said. That's what he said by referencing Orange Juice Jones.
No, that's not what he said at all. Stop trying to put words in his mouth.
Okay. I'm just telling you what the lyrics of the song is.
No, I know the lyrics. I'm saying that's what Orange Juice was saying. They was not the words.
He mentioned you in regards to it, Mama Noise. So
he wouldn't say it about himself.
So listen, Mama Noise, I need you to hear what I'm saying. It feels like he's saying you're a hush puppy shoe wearing crumb cake. That's what he's trying to tell you right now.
In the sad part is that you look up those words.
Mama Noise, you know what? You can't do it. Don't do a crime, Mama Noise. She will tattle on you. Tattling at I'm trying to be subtle. Okay. We got a great show for you, but before we get to the show, we do have some church announcements. One of the church announcements y'all already saw in the commercial. If you got here early, you saw one of the announcements. But let me start in order as they are in order of their receiving. Again, no 5 tomorrow night. Those brothers have earned another vacation day. They're gonna enjoy it. I talked to them. They seem to be very, 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 very happy with their vacation day. And so they are gonna be off. We are all gonna be off tomorrow. But like you see, with me going back and forth with Kendrick, it's gonna be a spirited conversation this Thursday morning. If you can't get up with us, that's fine. I understand, but we're gonna have a spirited conversation on Believing the ACC. So just be prepared for it. And then Thursday, got an interesting show Thursday because I'm seeing a trend that I don't know if I like, and I want to explore that conversation. We'll probably talk a little bit about it tonight, but I don't know. So I'm just asking the question: do we owe them an apology for being human? When humans make human mistakes, do they always have to? Why we got to get these big old gigantic apologies? Like I said, we'll talk more about that later on. Then, of course, we got Black Friday. We're gonna have some fun with Black Friday because we just had Black Friday, like the actual Black Friday, and then we got our version of Black Friday. So we're gonna talk about both of those. And then finally, then this weekend, man, this thing went from a little idea to a massive one, and we're gonna have some fun this weekend, y'all. Ooh wee! With this top 10 list, we got some good ones, some good categories coming up. So it's gonna be a fun weekend, fun weekend, all the good stuff. Those are your church announcements. Please govern yourself accordingly. Right, that's what I'm saying, Ron. It feels like the black man. They got black men out here apologizing left and right. You want your money, don't you? You better apologize. I ain't seen. I don't know. That's just a disturbing trend. We got to get into it. So we'll talk more about it. But anyway, I digress. Tonight, of course, is Tuesday, which is Talk That Tuesday. So we're going to talk about these midterm elections because we haven't had a chance to do that. What happened? What does it all mean? And we got some other stuff we're going to get into as well. But let's start with the midterm elections because that's what is going on. And I will say this. I was pleasantly surprised because I'm so sorry, y'all. My sinuses are draining. But I was pleasantly surprised because I honestly thought, you know, you listen to some of the hype machines out there and you say, well, this don't sound like it's going to go well for one party. And it did look like that for a minute. If you looked at the exit polls, it did look like it was going to go bad for one of the parties. But it did not. Or at least it didn't go completely bad. We'll say it that way. So we'll start in the House. In the House, it did kind of go bad because the Democrats lost control of the House. 9 seats were lost, which gave them just the Republican Party just enough to climb over the hump, and they are going to be controlling the House, not by a wide majority, but enough to get stuff done if they want to get it done, and you know that kind of thing. So that's what happened in the House. But the one that everybody thought was going to happen, thought was going to be a bloodbath, it did not happen. In the Senate, the Senate will be actually controlled by the Democrats still, and they have not officially finally reported some of these races, like Mark Kelly, like Nevada, and you know we're waiting on the official report. But once this all, and then of course we have the runoff in Georgia. But right now, it's going to be 49-49, and once they have the official tallies finally in or whatever, it'll be 49-49, and then we expect We expect Reverend Warnock to win the final Georgia seat in the runoff on December 6th, which is next Tuesday, which will solidify a 50-49 Democratic majority, or 51, was it 50? 50, 49 Democratic majority, because 2 seats are held by independents, or 49 majority in the it'll be 49 in the House, but the 2 seats that are independent senators typically vote Democratic, which gives the majority pretty much to the Democrats. So there you go. That's what happened. Al B, Mama Noise, what do you think it all means? It just, in my humble opinion, it feels like it's gonna be gridlock. A lot of posturing, pretty much like it is now, but it's going to be tough because a lot of things that President Biden wants to get done, he's going to have to we're going to find out what kind of negotiation skills he has, because it's going to be tough. I mean, it's going to be really, really tough. Like I saw right before we came on the air tonight, the breaking news was that the Senate approved a bill protecting gay marriage rights. Well, that doesn't mean much if it goes to the House and dies. Now, the House previously passed something that was the bones of it were similar to what this bill looks like. So it feels like, in theory, it will pass. But what will probably happen, if I had to guess, is that now that Republicans know they have the majority in the House, they'll probably sit on this and not do anything with it until the new group comes in January, and then they'll just kill it on the floor. So I think you're going to see a lot of that. I think you're going to see a lot of posturing. I think you're going to see a lot of agenda-driven stuff. And in the House, it's going to be really tough to get anything done. So that's my take on it. But Al, Mama Noise, what are your thoughts? Mama Noise, I think he's waiting on you. You know Al's a gentleman.
So they try to push something through at the end of the year that on the beginning of the year, it'll be a whole nother group of individuals. Again, this is almost like that football reference we were discussing. What is the point in trying to get something under the wire that's going to be sitting there, and then all of a sudden you're going to have a whole nother group of individuals trying to decide whether or not they're going to approve it or not? It's almost like it starts all over again.
Well, but it's the same thing that, Donald Trump did at the end of his term. He tried to force some stuff down, through, because he knew that he was leaving office, and he got some stuff forced through. So it happens. It's not like it's uncommon that it happens. It does happen.
You might call them pardons.
Pardon the judges. I mean, whatever you can get through, you're trying to get it through while you still can. And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this unfolds over the next next month here. But it's interesting. It's very interesting. But Al, what are your thoughts on it? Al, you with us? Did we lose Al?
He said he was having some computer issues.
Okay, maybe he had to step away for a second. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be interesting, Mama.
Kyrie is in the chat.
What is he saying there? You just cut me off. I'm just trying to talk and you cut me off. No work will get done for the next 2 years. You're probably right. I mean, and I hate that because that's not what government is supposed to be. Government is not supposed to be taking a job. How many people in America, raise your hand if you can go to your job and not do anything and still get paid?
For years.
And that's kind of what's about to happen. Like, they're basically going to go to their job, not do anything for 2 years that help the American people and still get checks.
So yeah, let's sit on this for 2 years.
So I don't know. I don't love what, this is the ugly side of politics right now. We're seeing the really, really ugly, dirty side of politics. And but it's funny. This is the type of thing that, to me, Bill Clinton was really skilled at. Like, he was really skilled at being able to go talk to both sides of the aisle and convince them of how they should work together to pass whatever he wanted to get passed. And it takes a really, really unique and skilled individual to be able to do that. So we're going to see if Biden can do it. I don't know if he can pull it off. Some days, I'm not sure he remembers where he's at, but what? Why are you laughing at me, Mama?
Some days you're not sure he knows where he's at.
He gets confused. He seems to be getting confused about different stuff. I'm concerned about him, if I'm being honest. He talking about he want to run again in 2 years. No.
We're like, is this the only option we got?
I mean, no. Technically, we got other options. But
I mean, do we have anybody that's a possibility?
I don't know. I feel like can I hate to float something out there like this, but I'm gonna. Should he run in 2 years? Maybe it's too early to ask that question.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't feel like he should. If I had to answer the question today, I'd say he shouldn't run. What would you say? What would you think? You gotta say something, Mama. No,
I'm trying to think of something I can reach for that says absolutely.
Well, I don't know if you can reach for anything now. You might be.
I mean, you're saying, man, well, maybe there's something monumental I can reach for.
You might be reaching for something. Like,
I'm disappointed.
You're disappointing?
Because I can't reference anything that says, this is what I voted for.
Well,
there should be something that you can access, that you could recall, or something that says, I was looking forward to that. This is exactly what I put him in office for.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I got with him being in office.
Oh, what's that?
I got Donald Trump out, which was my number one goal.
Well, okay, that's fair.
I'm just being honest. Which I think was the number one goal of most Americans. Like, as much as we could have ran Felix the cat, and we'd have been like, yeah, Felix will be all right. We'll figure it out. We'll just draw him, presidentially. You know what I'm saying? But what we don't want is Donald Trump. Like, that's kind of how I think most Americans felt. They just decided anything was better than what we had. Anything. And I don't know if I disagree with them, because so far, while he has not done anything, President Trump has not done anything. I mean, President Biden has not done anything that's like monumentally amazing. Mm-hmm. He's not Donald Trump, and that may be his greatest quality.
But for me, I know this is weird, but it's almost like, okay, is Donald Trump gone?
Well, he's not.
He's not in the White House, but I mean, You're supposed to go off into the night somewhere. This dude is like some type of bug or something that you like.
Because for right now he has a stranglehold on the Republican Party, and it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like they know how to shake him. Like this whole thing with him meeting with the racist dude, the
guy that don't like Jews.
Guy don't like Jews. The racist. He's racist though. He's a known racist. You know, Mitch McConnell came out and denounced him and said, "Hey, you know, dinner with him, Trump having dinner and Kanye having dinner with the white supremacists was dead wrong, and they don't support it." He said, "There's no room in the Republican Party for anti-Semitism or white supremacy, and anyone meeting with people advocating that point of view, in my judgment, is highly unlikely to ever be elected president in the United States," which is stupid for him to say because somebody that did have those views did become president of the United States.
I mean, so
I don't understand why he made that statement. Like I know you're trying to say we won't let this happen again, but what's going to stop him?
I mean, even on CNN this morning, they had Mike Pence on saying the same thing. You know, it's almost like they're all saying that, look, when the reporters call, this is exactly what you need to say. Say that I don't co-sign that. I'm not on board with that. I don't know why he did that. Okay, but y'all know, come on, man. Y'all not new to this dude's his stuff. I mean, you know, the type of stuff this guy got away with, I don't even know why they can even muster up such shock and such surprise.
Right. You know what the most amazing thing was that happened over the last day? I was talking to Grandma Noise. Shout out to Grandma Noise, my 98-year-old grandmother who's amazing in every way. And I walked in and she was listening to her she's got an Alexa device. And so she was listening to the news on her Alexa device. And I said, "What are you listening to?" She said, "I'm listening to Kanye, the whole Kanye thing." She said, "What has happened to that boy?" I said, "Well, I mean, I don't know." She said, "Ever since his mama died, he ain't been right."
Listen,
and
that's
she said,
right.
And she said, "How does he not know that what he's doing now is just dumb?" I said, "Grandma, I don't know." I said, "I think he's far gone. I think he's so lost." Because think about this. This dude went to dinner with two races that were anti-Semitic, and they bonded. All three of them bonded over anti-Semitism, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why they would go to dinner. But does he not realize that they also hate him because he's black? Like, I need you to understand how really ridiculous. This is the most Uncle Ruckus thing a person could do.
No, there are some people that will convince.
What do you mean no? He said no. What do you mean no?
There are some black people that will convince black people that it'll be everybody else but you. Like, you think that it doesn't include you, even though you're a black person. You're saying because of your money, because of your status, that it's everybody else. It doesn't include you.
But he ain't got no money now.
He had money. He was a billionaire. He was a billionaire.
Yeah, but that's over. Ain't no billion. Matter of fact, Mama Noise, a report came out today from Kanye that said the federal government froze his account because he owed $50 million. So they froze his he owes, I think it's 50, and they froze 75 of his 50.
Yeah.
To get their money or whatever.
And then Adidas froze assets.
Well, no, Adidas didn't freeze nothing. They just said we're not paying you no more. We're cutting the contract.
Well, I'm saying that I believe that whatever Adidas had promised him was a part of his billionaire status.
No, that's the reason why he lost the billion, Mama Noise. I'm saying he had a contract that's why he was estimated as a billionaire because that Adidas contract. And then they cut that dude. They cut off that dude like for
left,
real.
right. Companies dropping like flies.
And I know we're gonna get into that conversation more Thursday because we're gonna really dive off into what it means to have to apologize for your money. But I mean, yay, you gotta apologize for your money. Like I don't understand.
But see, he had gotten to
all his money was tied up into white people.
But see, he had gotten to a place where he, like he said boldly on social media, that it doesn't matter what I say, Adidas ain't gonna drop me.
Yeah, that turned out not to be so true.
He said, I can say all the anti-Semitic stuff I want to. It ain't gonna stop my Adidas contract.
Yeah, that turned out not to be true at all.
We hadn't even talked about Balenciaga.
What?
Balenciaga.
Oh my God.
The other
I'm a noise. Do me a favor. Whenever you don't know, just hit me up in the chat and I'll help you. Balenciaga.
I was close.
You were not close at all. You're not even in the vicinity of close. Like here was close, and here were you, like way down here.
I wasn't that far.
It was pretty far. But yeah, he got dropped by a bunch of people, like a bunch of people. Like it has ended bad for him, and I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated for him because I'm saying, bro, what?
But I agree with your grandmother. I have always said that his mama was his buffer. And without her to keep him, he went all the way off the rails, and no one other than her could have pulled him back up on track. So even hurrying up and marrying Kim didn't help balance it.
People tried though. I'm not gonna blame.
No. I totally agree. There are people that tried. However, the only person that was effectively pulling him back on track at different times was his mama. But after that, I think that was the stick that broke the camel's back.
I hate that. Well, but she's not. Well, I don't want to get too deep, but I was gonna say I hate that. Kris Jenner didn't try to pull him in and talk some sense to him, but she all about her paper and her bread.
Yes,
yeah, she ain't really.
Sir, if you will put your child out there for sex tapes and be like, look here.
She didn't put him out there for sex tapes. She just, took advantage of a massive opportunity of a sex tape.
She took advantage of a massive opportunity.
She's like, sex tape? Oh, I have an idea. So that's what she did. She didn't.
Or she just realized. She
didn't record the sex tape. She didn't.
No, she didn't. But, and I never really sat down and listened to the interview from Ray J, but he was like,
she made lemons out of lemonade.
That's what you call it?
She made lemons out of lemonade. No, she made lemonade out of lemons, which the lemons happened to be butt naked. So that's what she did.
She showed the world that all y'all care about is tail and titties.
But guess what? She's the blueprint for what is now called Instagram.
She's the blueprint.
I'm just saying, all through Instagram and Twitter is the same thing you're talking about, booty and titties. So that apparently she wasn't wrong.
I'm telling you that even the last daughter, the last Jenna, the billionaires, what's her name?
Kylie.
That child, beautiful child.
Kylie is not as salacious.
Still went out and got some tail and titties.
Well, listen, she's just following the family blueprint. But here's what I'm saying.
So it's not enough. You got enough money where you could call up the surgeon and say, look, little tuck here, little shot there, little lift here, little lift there, little add a little something. and then voila, you a whole nother person.
Mama Noise, you can't fault the woman for a winning strategy now. That's now.
She already got all the money. What else you need?
More money.
She got a baby by a black man. That adds to your resume.
Yeah, but as you've seen in the family, that don't always work. But see, as you've seen in the family, that don't always work out. And
then you do that, and then you say, now I got these mixed children, and they gonna make this money too, because now I'm gonna have them selling kids' clothes.
Mama, no, again, I can't fault the family for having a winning strategy.
Winning strategy?
Are they losing?
Where is there a real patriarch in that family?
They don't need one, apparently.
That's the problem. They only use men as tools. Look here. I need two babies. I need 2 boys. I need 2 girls. Let me go ahead. Matter of fact, be like one of the sisters. I don't even need to be with you. Let's just drop your contribution off at the store. And
Mama
then me.
Mama Noise, I don't care how much you fuss about this today. I don't care how angry you get. They have a winning strategy. Them girls collectively are worth well over $1 billion. Maybe they might be worth 2-3 billion. Wow. So again, if money was the goal, which it appears that it was, congratulations, y'all won. Matter of fact, I'm just curious. Let's just ask Google right now. Google, how much are the Kardashian family
net worth?
Sisters worth. I'm gonna say the sisters.
You should just say family.
Well, it's trying to break them all down. I don't want to break down. I want to see how much as the family, like the whole family. $1.4 billion. No, that's Kylie by herself. So Kylie's worth 1.4.
Yeah.
Kim is worth her own billion. That's $2 billion right there. So they might be collectively worth about $2.5 billion. So I mean, again, while it ain't the most ideal way of doing it,
we have just taught every young girl that the only way you're going to be accepted in this world is titties and tail.
Or you just taught every young girl that you got to use what you got to get what you want.
I heard that in a rap song. I can't remember which one it was. Use what you got to get what you want.
I never heard that in a rap song ever. At least not said that way. That was a weird way to say it. But anyway, we're off the subject a little bit. But the point I'm trying to make is, we were trying to make earlier was, I don't know how we got to this Kim Kardashian thing. You took me down a rabbit hole.
You was talking about Kanye.
Yeah, but I wasn't trying to go down the Kardashian thing. You took me down that rabbit hole.
You said, so you were thinking that Kanye, Kim should be able to, him marrying her, would she be able to help him balance
out? I want Kanye. I want, like we all do, because my grandmother asked me a question, and she said, well, why do you think he act like this? And I said, well, he ain't been right since his mama died, and like we talked about. But we want to forgive him. Like, even today, Black people really want to forgive Kanye. Like, if Kanye would stand in front of a camera somewhere and start an apology tour and go on all the radio shows and all the, because it's ironic that Kyrie and Kanye basically are in the same situations, but in 2 different industries. Like an apology, only Kyrie did do it and Kanye didn't do it. If Kanye at any time would have stood in front of a camera and simply said, my bad, I wasn't on my medicine. Y'all know how I be tripping sometimes. But here's what?
I wasn't on my medicine.
He's bipolar.
Has he ever made that public?
Yes.
I never heard that confession.
How are you not? But you don't listen to the Kanye news then. I listen to the Kanye news.
Clearly.
He is publicly confessed that he is bipolar. So if he just simply said, y'all know I'll be tripping when I ain't took my medicine and I'm back, I got my head right, they got me on a better dosage and I'm going to be all right and I'm going to stop spitting these racist things, then all will be forgiven. They probably give him his contract back tomorrow. No, we all want to root for Kanye. We all do. Black people want to root for Kanye. But Kanye makes it impossible for us to defend him. He makes it impossible. So it's just tough, man. It's a really tough.
He does no wrong.
Huh?
In his book, he does no wrong.
Well, it's not even that he doesn't do any wrong as much as he feels like he's smarter than we all are. He's more enlightened than we all are. And bro, you're not more enlightened than we all are. You're just saying things more recklessly than we're willing to say. That's the truth. You're reckless with your thoughts. Here's the reality. There have been people who have had these same thoughts that you're having that have said it far more eloquently and more succinctly than you have ever put them in words, ever. And those are the people that if you was going to fund something, you should have taken your billions and put your money behind those people so that their voice could be made louder and amplified so that they can say what you truly feel in your heart. That would have been cool. There's a lot of black people that feel some of the things that Kanye says are true. They're just not willing to go as far as Kanye went to say it.
It was just like the different people that was trying to co-sign for Kyrie. And they were saying, I don't understand what he said that was so wrong. All he did is say that something about the movie. He liked the movie. Other players was like, why are we leaning on Kyrie and not the person who made the movie? Because bringing the movie to light and all these other things. But they were just saying, when they came out with how they felt about it, it wasn't like, they got a problem with Jewish people. They were just saying, okay.
Who will say they have a problem with Jewish people? What are you talking about?
There were a couple of athletes that were trying to co-sign Kyrie.
No, they were, and although most of them, they didn't. Well, hold on. That's because that's kind of not true. They didn't co-sign what he said. They just simply said he's not what he's being portrayed to be. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think he was anti-Semitic. I don't think he hates Jews either. I don't think he's anti-Semitic either. I think he has a base level understanding of some things, and that base level understanding is guiding his thought process and pushing him out there quicker than he probably should be. If you're gonna stand on those principles of thought, you need to know exactly what to say or what you're saying. You need to understand what you're saying, and more importantly, how to convey what you're saying to the masses. And I think that's Kanye and Kyrie's problem. Now, why Kanye is meeting with white supremacists, I don't get that at all. I don't understand his love for the orange guy at all. And even when he tries to get deep and say the Make America Great hat liberated me and it gives me a freedom, whatever, dude.
You know what? In hindsight, I take that back. I agree that the different players for Kyrie were trying to say the punishment for him liking the movie or whatever was egregious, to say that he needed to be kicked off the team, he needed to be suspended without pay, and all these things, all because of how he felt.
Well, I don't want to go too far into that because that's Thursday show. So we'll get deeper into that on Thursday. But I agree with that. It's not. I don't know. I'm not comfortable with what's happening right now societally, and unless we're gonna do that for everybody, and it doesn't feel like that's what we're doing for everybody. So
I think that was the big deal. They just weren't.
That's why I'm stopping you, because you be ready. You be ramping up. I gotta stop you. So there you go. But I do want to highlight something tonight. Because this happened on Trevor Noah's show. We talked about yesterday that Will Smith was on. He kind of been on. He's been promoting his movie and letting everybody know that he's back with a film and he's ready to do his thing. And I don't know, man. It's right now. I don't know. It's. I mean, I'll let y'all see this. And you can tell me what you think. And this is courtesy. This is courtesy of the Today Show. They did a little story on it this morning. And I don't know. Y'all can just tell me what you think, and I don't know.
Okay.
So this is and I like that he went to Trevor Noah, and Trevor handled himself extremely well, by the way. But just listen.
Overnight, Will Smith speaking out.
At the end of the day, I lost it.
On The Daily Show with Trevor Noah in his first major sit-down interview since he slapped Chris Rock on stage at the Oscars. Smith now promoting his new movie, Emancipation, and opening up.
I was gone. That was a rage that had been bottled for a really long time. I've always wanted to be Superman. I've always wanted to swoop in and save the damsel in distress.
Smith referenced childhood trauma.
There was the little boy that watched his father beat up his mother. All of that just bubbled up.
It says he now has to explain himself to the children in his life. Getting emotional as he discussed talking to his 9-year-old nephew about the incident.
He had stayed up late to see his Uncle Will, and we're sitting in my kitchen, and he's on my lap, and he's holding the Oscar, and he's just like, why did you hit that man, Uncle Will? Damn it. Why are you trying to Oprah me?
Smith's interview comes after a series of online statements, apologies, and public appearances.
So, I mean, I get it. I get what he has to do in this moment, because he wants to save this film. He wants to save the credibility of this film. He wants this film to get the recognition that it appears that it could possibly get. A lot of people are talking about the film is brilliant. It's some of the best work that, like I mentioned, Antoine Fuqua has done. And by the way, for those who you may not know and understand who Antoine Fuqua is as far as the name, but you know the work. The work is Bullet Train. The work is Equalizer and Equalizer 2. The work is Training Day. He's the reason why Denzel has an Oscar. The work is, he's done some really amazing work out there. He's a killer, killer filmmaker, and he done some amazing stuff out there. So
the same one that did the actual Oscars. When Will Smith, when the incident happened.
No, that was Will Packer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Will Packer. So Antoine's done some amazing stuff and killed it, on a lot of levels, on a lot of different things, whatever. But anyway, so they're saying this could be his best thing that he's ever done, actually, and that may be true, but it's drowning in a sea of Will Smith right now.
A sea of Will Smith.
It is. It really is. The film is drowning in a sea of Will Smith. And because it stars Will Smith. I mean, it stars Will Smith. And there's no way to broach a conversation about this film There's no room. Listen, I'm a journalist. You're a journalist. There's no way, even if Will Smith came on this platform, Will, why you slap Chris Rock? I mean, we got to ask. We wouldn't be doing our job as journalists if we didn't ask, hey, man, we go get the Emancipation and how great that film is and all that. But why you slap that man in the face? Like, we got to know. We got to know.
It's a given. You can't go past that.
Like, Will Smith is supposed to be going on All the Smoke. That interview comes out. Yeah, that interview comes out Thursday. Shout out to Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson.
Oh, snap. So, I got to make sure my reminder bell is on.
And I love Will, and I love Matt, and I love Steven. But if Matt and Steven don't ask him, hey, man, why you slap Chris Rock? I mean, they're not doing their job. They're not doing their job, right? So Will here the crazy part about it is Will gonna have to answer that question
for the rest of his life.
Well, not the rest of his life, but for sure through this press junket that he has going for this film, he's gonna have to answer the question 100 times. I mean, he got to. He don't have no choice. Andy Bruce is saying, "Is it time to let it go?" It is, but not until he's got to answer. He hasn't really answered it, and people want to know. They're gonna ask. They're gonna ask him 100 times, and he's gonna have to answer 100 times.
You know, I think it was something you said once upon a time that was like, in other words, people may not remember the good you did, but they sure won't forget the bad that you've done. Like, you could be friends with O.J. Simpson, and anybody that meets him is gonna say, "Did you do it?"
I mean, that's the fear I have for him, because Will has done so many wonderful things for so many different projects and philanthropy and benevolence into the community and just giving and giving and giving. It disheartens me, man, that this dude might end up, his legacy might be that slap. Like, it won't be Ali, it won't be Bad Boys, it won't be Emancipation, it won't be all the things that he's done that are great. It'll be, man, y'all remember that time Will Smith jumped there and slapped that dude?
I mean, that part.
And he doesn't understand. I think I agree with you, Anthony Bruce. He's still working through the process of understanding that slap. But the problem is there's no way. Well, there's two problems. Number one, he took the money from Emancipation. He took that check. So that check is probably clear. So the second problem is there's no way for him to go promote this film without being asked that question. And if he hasn't reconciled it, like Andy Bruce is saying, he gonna have to reconcile it. Like, I'm listening to his answers now, and I'm going, yeah, but I don't know if that's what people want to hear. Like they want to hear the "I'm sorry" 1,000 times. I don't know. It's a tough spot to be in.
I mean, somebody that's gonna keep on bringing it up. You can be like, this guy deserves a clean slate. He needs a fresh start.
But the problem, but Mama Noise, the problem I'm having with what you just said is, who's supposed to determine that? Like, at what point are we supposed to give this dude the clean slate? Like, what justifies? What does he got to do to win America back? Like, I'm gonna use a weird example, a very weird example, but it is apropos to this conversation. And again, not trying to get ahead of the conversation on Thursday, but I'm just using this example because we're here.
I know what you're gonna say.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
Bill Clinton.
No. See, you don't know what I'm saying. This is not your gift. I've told you this before. So,
I am not giving up the effort.
It's not your gift. No, I was actually going to go to a guy who did the opposite of what Will Smith has done, which is Chris Brown. Chris Brown ain't apologized to nobody. He said, I whooped that girl's ass, and that's just how it is. Have you ever heard? I've never heard an interview where Chris Brown said, I am so sorry for whooping Rihanna's ass. Like, I saw the documentary, And he talked about what happened, and I appreciate him talking about it. And he kind of apologized, and maybe he has apologized to her privately, which, by the way, again, we'll address that on Thursday. But publicly, he ain't going on no tour. He leaned into the bad boy image, went and got some tattoos and cut off all the sleeves of his shirts and I mean, got a mohawk, faux hawk.
Really cut off all the sleeves.
I'm just saying he leaned in. He didn't go the route of I probably need to, in order to save my reputation, I probably need to go on every talk show in America and just explain my action. He didn't do that.
One reason is because I guess she was full of bruises and he felt like, what is there to get out of? How was he going to come on Good Morning America and apologize for it when all they had was the photos of what she looked like after the fact?
Well, I'm not saying he had to come on in the moment, because I don't think in the moment he can do that. I agree with you 100%. I don't think in the moment you really have the opportunity to address it that way. I don't think that's how it works. But I'll say this though, Mama Noise. It would have been nice a year later, 2 years later, and then not lean into the bad boy image, because you basically, by leaning into the bad boy image, you basically confirm that you that dude. And then it didn't help that he whooped the next girl's ass too. So,
well, and then he had to sign up for all this anger management and stuff. So that says that.
But I'm saying at no point has he really just stood up and said, because he went through the controversy here recently, and they didn't want him to perform the Michael Jackson tribute at the AMAs,
right?
And listen. I do kind of understand that. I not even kind of. I do understand that as a father of daughters. If you beat my child's ass, I'm not going. We're not ever going to be.
That was the reason.
What?
For what happened with him and Rihanna, that was the reason.
Well, but it's not just Rihanna. See, now Chris has a history. Like the other girl, I think her name was Karrueche Tran. He allegedly, and there were no photos and videos, but allegedly he whooped her ass too, and then he just been whooping ass. Like that's kind of his thing. So, it's hard to forgive a dude when that's who he is. Like with Will, I think we all think, well, that ain't really who he is. He just had a temporary breakdown. But with Chris, we think that's who he is. We like, that's who he is. That's kind of the guy that he has become. And so it's harder to forgive him for the stuff that he's done, because that feels like who he is. So it's a tough situation. It really is. It's a very, very, very tough situation. And again, like I said, we'll get into more of that on Thursday's show, because we're going to dive off into the level of complexity that is this circumstance, because they got black brothers out here apologizing or wanting apologies, and they go ham on these brothers. And I'll see. Mama knows you got me.
And drug into Thursday.
I know I'm going to go a different route. I'm going to go a different route, Mama knows. I'm going to go a different route. So, what else is going on in our society today? Did I miss any stories, Mama Noise?
I was trying to tell you about that Balenciaga.
Well, that's not a thing. Balenciaga.
Okay. Balenciaga.
There you go. What are you trying to tell me?
Well, and how they were boycotting it and saying that are people going to stop wearing their brand and everything? And they put a lot of pressure on Kim Kardashian because she had been their ambassador when they had been putting out advertisement that had small children giving the indication of bondage and wine glasses in their commercial. They were like, Hello. Why are there wine glasses in a baby child's advertisement for your clothes? And why does this teddy bear got chains on it? Like, you trying to imply that bondage is all right for small children. So So she was like, I wanted to make sure, talk to them to find out what was on their mind when they did that before I, step out there. And you mean, what you mean is that before you say something that's going to mess up this money, because you their ambassador and you signed a contract for many years. And before you just say, I don't want to be with y'all no more, you're like, I'm sure there was a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I don't know.
So some people was like, are y'all gonna do like y'all did the Yeezys? Are y'all gonna
I think I saw the photo. Let me see if I can pull it up for the people's, because as a reference point.
Yeah, I saw it on CNN. I was like, okay, why is there wine glasses? Why is a picture of a child need wine glasses? It was like, uh-oh. And then they was like, the photographer was like, I was only doing what I was told, and the company's like, hey, it's gonna roll.
So, but who told him to do it? I guess is the real question.
That is the question. Because Kim's comment that came out on Twitter was, I'm appalled at this. And as a mother of 4 children, I absolutely am totally against this type of advertisement, anything that compromises the safety of our children, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, okay, well.
And I would believe that if it wasn't for the fact that win or lose the situation. So Balenciaga announces a lawsuit for the separate ad. I don't know what that's about, but anyway. I would believe what she said about her outrage if it wasn't for the fact that the bad press is still working in their favor.
People are now looking up this company, looking up the brand, trying to figure out.
No. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the bad press is working in her favor. Like, it's working in Kim's favor. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to take their actions as completely genuine ever, because it just feels like there's always a hidden agenda with their family. Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to hate on them. I'm just saying they make it hard to defend them. Like, there it is. There's the outfit.
It was like, what kind of
who's the child?
It's like some model.
So why does this have anything to do with Kim Kardashian?
Because she is the ambassador to the Balenciaga.
Why you keep calling it that? Balenciaga. Oh gosh. Why? Yeah, the bear's in like BDM outfits.
I mean, listen.
Lord Jesus.
You're like, what kind of?
I don't understand what this is. Like, what is this supposed to be?
It's not very.
Yeah, I don't get what that's supposed to be.
It crosses over into some bad territory.
Well, it conjures up some images that I'm
not. Exactly.
Andrew says, so now we have to apologize for working with someone who does something bad.
If you the ambassador, you doggone right you do.
Well, yeah, because because the problem is it looks like you co-signing it.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's why you gotta apologize, because it looked like you co-signing it.
Exactly. And by her being a mom, it's like, okay, girl, you need to speak up, because you leading all these. When you too much is given, much is required. You got your millions upon millions of followers and stuff, and they all like, well, it's okay for Kim. And okay, Kim.
Right. I agree with you, Anthony Brew. Where are those kids' parents, who allowed them to get in that picture and didn't say nothing? Like, that's where the backlash should have came out.
True. That is disturbing.
Why you ain't say nothing? Now you out here in these streets letting your kid pose in crazy stuff.
Borderline child pornography type.
Yeah, that's a weird. But at the same time, I don't know. That's the problem. We don't know. Like, is she a part of the marketing team that approved different stuff? Or I don't know.
That's why she said, let me call up the team and sit down with the team and find out what was their thoughts, what was on their mind, because you are the ambassador. No different than us going to another country. If we was the ambassador for the United States of America, then whatever I do says that's what they do in America, and that's the ball game.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a very. I think though the real challenge that we're having right now. That's funny. Twitter said Chris been kicking ass since '96. I think the real challenge that we're having is that now our society is so hot take oriented that when someone does something, even when you are not necessarily tied to the something that is done, it forces you, or if you are peripherally tied to the thing, like you're not even directly tied to it, you are peripherally tied. I can't get that word out, but I'm on the fringe of it. I'm tied to it that way. That I still got to respond. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play with Kevin Durant. I play with Kyrie, so I'm on the team. What do you think of Kyrie's comments? He was wrong, but I'm just his teammate. Like, I don't. Why you ask me what I think about that situation? It's almost like you're trying to see if I agree with him,
right? So then they can say, you said, when we asked Lloyd Spence, he said that
he agreed with Kyrie, and now they coming for my check. Now they coming for everybody's check. So
right, because you know what, really, when we start talking about Adidas, first thing I thought about that I hadn't thought about throughout this whole thing about this Yeezy thing is you didn't hear the Carters say nothing.
Well, they kind of distanced themselves from Kyrie. I mean,
like, you're not gonna mess this money up for all of us.
I was gonna say, Jay-Z and Beyonce have distanced themselves from Kanye a long time, and essentially Kanye and Kim, they've kind of like, we can't rock with y'all. Y'all got too much going on, like way too much going on. And by the way, they're right. They do have too much going on. They would be hard people to be friends with, especially if you're private. If you're a private person, they'd be almost impossible to be friends with. Because how do you be friends with them? Because they always got the cameras around them. So I don't want to be on the cameras all the time. I don't want to be on the camera none of the time.
Well, especially if, now I don't know if the rumors are true, but I understood that a lot of TMZ's calls came from the different people telling them they get ready, you can find me down at so-and-so, and they be like, oh, how did the paparazzi know I was here?
Well, I'll just say this. I ain't saying that the Kardashians always call, but man, TMZ is the greatest investigative team on the planet because they always know. I'm just saying. I ain't saying they always call. I'm just saying they always know. So I'll let y'all sort that out on your own, because it's amazing how they always know.
I mean,
and not just the Kardashians. That's a whole bunch of celebrities.
Yeah.
They just happen to know that they
I'm just saying, if you happen to be there at the same time, I'm about to be there in 10 minutes.
Now Ron is saying free Kyrie, give him base back pay. Yeah, that's not good.
ain't co-signing
about that. I don't know about that.
Free Kyrie.
I mean, I feel you. I feel you. What you said. I feel you.
Kyrie can free himself. You know that right before that deadline, he went ahead and put that apology out there.
Because my thing was, Kyrie, you didn't have to cost yourself money. Like, you could have just, like, I don't know. That was.
It'd be like, I decide I want to be in the middle of the chaos.
I don't know. That was. I don't know. He but yeah. I feel like my pastor's already addressed Kyrie's situation.
Good people of Detroit, hear me. Hear me now. You will never get your fucking money back.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I just don't see it happening.
Every good people on Detroit. Oh my God.
Hear me, Kyrie Irving. You will never get that money back. So.
Amazon, come on, Kyrie.
Why does Amazon need to share some of the wealth off the money they made off of the movie sales? That would have been nice, but he lost way more. They didn't make that much money off the movie sales.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know. That's a tough situation, but I get it. What else is going on in the world today?
Oh, did we already talk about Irene Cara? I heard Twitter ask about.
Yeah, you know what? We didn't, and we should, because shout out to the great Irene Cara, man, Miss Fame. I mean, she put the fame in fame. There were three people that made fame what it was. Leroy, Debbie Allen, and Irene Cara. And by the way, not only just fame, but she also played Sparkle. Some of y'all remember her from Sparkle.
Lies. I've never even seen Sparkle.
You don't remember Sparkle?
I didn't watch it.
This is why your black card be in question sometimes. I mean, what the hell? Like, come on.
Are you talking about the one with Mariah Carey?
No, that's not Sparkle. What are you talking about?
What is that movie?
What the hell?
Mama Noise, Sparkle.
What was it? What was the Mariah Carey?
About the sister who could sing, and the mama was religious, and she wanted them to focus on Jesus, but the sister was like, I want to be a star. And that's how that movie unfolded.
Oh, okay. I still didn't see it, but all right, it sounds good.
Jordan Sparks remade it with Whitney Houston.
Oh,
let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Oh my gosh!
Mama Noise out here like this.
Okay.
I'm out here because it's a live show like this.
What are you doing?
I'm just saying, Jesus, like, come on, get your head in the game. Watch, you gotta see some movies, Mama Noise. From time to time. You gotta see some movies from time to time.
Oh, okay.
Not documentaries, like actual movies.
You know what? You're gonna stop coming for my documentaries.
I'm not coming. Y'all
mention documentaries in reference to me too much on this podcast.
What we're doing, Mama Noise, is just simply trying to help you understand that there is knowledge to be gained beyond documentary style films.
So what? Because I don't want to watch a whole bunch of other rigmarole. I like to learn stuff.
Okay. I'll leave it alone.
I have plenty of time to learn all the other. Man, like.
Well, let's get back to Irene Cara, because can we do that? Because you mentioned Irene. I mean, just a phenomenal young lady. She actress, singer, songwriter, won an award. I think she won the Academy Award for the Flashdance song. What a feeling. Da, 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 da. Feel and Believe, the Flashdance song. She won a Grammy. I think she won a Grammy and an Academy Award for that. Won an Oscar. Yeah.
Well, all I know is that her music, her debut in the movie Fame, the 1986 version, that version is what influenced me to pursue my high school education at the Performing Arts School.
A lot of people did. That movie and that TV show made a lot of people want to go to schools like that. And so yeah, she had a moment for sure. But she's done some good stuff in her life. She really has. She did. She really did some good stuff. And
I had so many of my classmates that were like, man, it was her, man. She that she could just drop the hat, sing, and just all the different solos and stuff she had throughout the movie, and just her character in the movie. I'm not talking about that. I didn't care. I'm gonna be straight up. I did not care for the remake of Fame. I didn't like the remake.
Right.
And that didn't have her. She wasn't in the remake. She was only in the original. So and the TV show was totally different.
But I liked her period in the movie though. She was amazing.
Yeah.
She was amazing. She did her thing. So shout out to her for that and Sparkle, because she was good in Sparkle too. Shameful that Mama Noise didn't see Sparkle. She had a sitcom, it didn't work though. Called Irene. They was trying to ride the wave and it didn't work.
Yeah.
All the stuff she didn't work. But she's like I said, she can always say she won a Grammy and she won an Oscar and she won a Golden Globe, and she did her thing. So she had her as they say, her 15 minutes of fame. So that's good. Yeah. So that was cool. Irene Cara, man, the late great Irene Cara. Also, remember the black dude? I can't remember his name, but remember the black dude from Top Gun that took Goose's place?
The black dude that took Goose's place?
In Top Gun, yeah. In the original.
Oh, you must be talking about the guy who passed away on
I am. He passed away as well. He took Goose's place.
I know him better as the only black dude that was on Die Hard.
Oh, that's right. He was in Die Hard, wasn't he?
He was the criminal. He was so highly intelligent.
Quarterback is toast. That was his line. Yeah, that was his line.
Yeah.
Clarence Gilead was his name. Clarence Gilead Jr. I didn't remember. I didn't know he was. I didn't know that was the same dude.
Yeah, I was like, okay. They talked about he was in Matlock too. I said that's a stretch. I don't remember Matlock.
Oh, no, not Matlock. Not Matlock. I know you're talking about Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah,
Walker, Texas Ranger. He was in Walker, Texas Ranger. Some people probably know him more for that. I do remember him in Die Hard though. Yeah, he had the little baby fro.
He was the only. Well, no, the other black dude drove the limo for Bruce Willis.
Matter of fact, he was the black dude that got punched by the limo black dude. Black on black crime.
He did. He got knocked unconscious.
Shameful. Black on black crime. It's a terrible thing. You got to stop it. So we said our thoughts and prayers to his lovely wife, Elena Gilliard, who lost her loving husband in the midst of all of this. So, yeah.
And ironically, today happened to be the day that is Chadwick Boseman's birthday, but people are still talking about.
Was it his birthday today? Today is Chadwick's birthday.
I put it on the Noisemaker page.
Happy birthday, dear Chadwick.
Right.
Happy birthday to you, and your movie's still killing.
Oh my gosh.
What? I was giving him a shout out, Mama Noah.
Really? That's the word you use?
Oh yeah, I heard it. I hear it now. I didn't hear it before. I heard it just then. Sometimes you don't hear it, Mama Noah. Sometimes you don't hear it in the moment, and you got to go back and hear it. And then when you go back and hear it, you go, "Oh yeah, that didn't work." But I hear it now. I'm back. Players mess up.
I'm just, that's people are still like, wow. I hope you're pleased with the movie.
Listen. The movie was wonderful. And I'm sure Chadwick is very pleased.
Oh my gosh.
With what he saw. Because it was good. It was good. So
and also to shout out to Ryan Coogler. I mean, bruh, I think you said it best when you said you turned on a dime, sir. That wasn't what you planned for the next Wakanda, Black Panther movie. That wasn't what you planned, and you had to turn on a dime. And
thank you, Kyrie, the original Sparkle. See, Kyrie gets it.
So shout out to Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan Coogler too. So I mean that's pretty much I don't know all we had to prepare today. I do want to again let y'all in on the church announcements. Like I said, no 5 tomorrow. And again, hello to our LinkedIn and Twitter audiences. Hello, friends. But no the 5 tomorrow. But Believe in the ACC for sure will be back on Thursday morning, so y'all can check that out. And then, of course, Thursday afternoon we will have a very intense conversation about do we owe them an apology for being human, like the mistakes we make? We're supposed to be apologizing for all that. So that'll happen on Thursday. Then, of course, Black Friday. We got Black Friday going on this Friday. We'll talk about all of that. And then Saturday on Uncorked Wine, we have knowing us, we're not gonna be able to get through everything.
Never do.
So we're probably gonna end up having a part 2 that thing, maybe even part 3. Yeah, like it's gonna be a fun, but it's gonna be an intense discussion. I can already tell you. As you saw some of the topics there, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So should be a lot of fun. So tune in this Saturday for all of that. We haven't done in a long time. We haven't done shout outs. Do you have any shout outs you'd like to give out to anybody?
I would like to give a shout out to Crystal McClain. I heard from her over the Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
She told me that she made 2 sweet potato pies.
Yay!
And I said, hallelujah. And I was so proud of her. And then she said, what's that noise promo code so I can go ahead and order me some Popcorn World while I'm at the house? I said, girl, put in that NOIZ. That's your promo code for Popcorn World. Noisemakers. That's our discount code. And she was like, thank you. So now I'm hooked up. By the way, that was another thing. A shout out to Popcorn World. Nina, Nina and LeBaron are partners with Popcorn World, and they are putting it out there. Hey, when you're thinking about where you want to, what you'd like to get your family, your friends, your coworkers, this Christmas as Christmas gifts.
Great gift.
Great gift to be able to go on to their website at, that Mr. Noise just put up on the screen. And you can pick from the 250 flavors of popcorn, and they give you, or you can get the sampler pack and then hand them out to all your friends, family, and coworkers. It's an incredible gift that keeps on giving. And also I made sure to include the fact that the fundraisers as well. So fundraisers, Christmas gifts, birthday gifts. Think of Popcorn World when you think of this Christmas when it comes to your gift giving during the holidays.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that, because we haven't had a chance to give Popcorn World a proper shout out in a long time, and sometime out of sight is out of mind, and we definitely want to make sure that people always show love to Popcorn World, because they've been riding with us for a minute.
Listen, even when they opened their new store out in Long Beach, California, they've been busy doing that too. So normally we have LeBaron checking in with us from time to time on our different topics, but they've been busy with the stores, and then the brand new store out in Long Beach, California, which a lot of our listeners in California were excited to know that there is an actual brick and mortar store in Long Beach for them to go.
Long Beach now, yeah. So shout out to Popcorn World. We love them to Reese's Pieces. All right, people. Well, listen, we're ending a little early today, but that's all right, because y'all know what it is. Y'all love us, and we love y'all, and we appreciate being back and getting into all this goodness. Tune in Thursday. Like I said, we have a great show. You don't want to miss it. That's Mama Noise over there. I am Mr. Noise. This is Talkin Noise. We will see you all on Thursday. Peace.